Hey everybody, it's Karen. This vlog is for a whole bunch of you that have contacted me. And it's being spurred on by my most recent message from a young gal and far, far away from us. And she has a boyfriend who does not want to get clean and sober. And she's been asking him to get better, seek help. And he doesn't want to, and so he broke up with her. And that sucks. I mean, it really sucks. You love someone so much, and you want them to get better, and they don't want to get better. And the one thing I found interesting about this, and I wanted to share with you, is this person who just contacted me is from another country, right? And a long way away. And her story is the same as a lot of women around the world that contact me. And she's a lot like me. I loved somebody. When I was younger, my alcoholism was really heavy. And then I got in love, or in a relationship, with a couple people that were, addicts and alcoholics like me. And I kind of turned into codependent, and I wasn't drinking and using as much as they were. And when those relationships ended, I was devastated. I thought for sure it was going to work out. I couldn't manage my life without them. I loved them so much, and the rejection was horrible. I am not good with rejection. I'm just telling you, I am not good with rejection. I am better at breaking up with you. That's just it. And a lot of times I find myself breaking up with people because I don't want to be broke up with, because I can't take it. Now, I'm not saying that to be trite. I'm saying that because when you write to me and you tell me, I know what you mean. I know how you feel, and I am sorry, but I'll tell you what, it's changed for me. It's changed. First thing I'm going to tell you is that first thing that's changed is I know about alcoholism and addiction, and I know very well that if someone doesn't want to get better, even if someone wants to get better, the chances aren't great unless they do the work, right? There is a way to stay sober, but it takes action. A lot of people don't want to do the action. So they want to get sober, but they don't want to do anything different, right? It's like people that go to meetings and they still want to drink. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? So I understand the heartbreak, but this is what I'm here to tell you. First thing, if you are in love with an alcoholic addict, the good news is you don't have to leave them. You don't have to leave. You can stay. You can love an alcoholic addict. It's hard. It's hard. Maybe you love them enough, but you just disconnect from them so that you don't have to leave them and you're around them and you can deal with the passing out, the not showing up, the DUIs, the broken windows, whatever. I mean, a lot of people just stay put, and I have no judgment on that. I personally could not do that, but I don't judge anybody. So first thing you need to do is you need to make a decision. Is this how you want to live your life? Now, most of the women that reach out to me because they don't want to live their life that way. They're hurt. They're disappointed. They thought it was going to be different. They thought the person loved them so much that they would leave them. They don't want their kids around it, right? They're financially, it's ruined them. So most of the people that contact me want help because they don't want to do it. So I'm here to tell you that it's the most loving thing you can do. If the person you love does not want to seek help and does not want to get better, they want to keep doing what they're doing, then it's best that you leave or have them leave. Don't continue beating a dead horse, asking them to get better. They're not going to. They're not going to. They're only going to do it if it's their idea. And the only way it's their idea is if there are grave consequences that demand it, right? There's consequences. For some people, they're little consequences, like getting a reprimand at work, you miss too many days, you get a DUI. And for some of us, we have to get a lot of consequences before we come to our knees and say, Uncle. Okay? So there's nothing you can do. It's not about love. It's an illness. And that's why I constantly talk about the disease of alcoholism. If you have not heard me talk about it, please look at my IGTV at K Gardner. Look at IGTV and look up things on codependency. Look up me talking about alcoholism, what alcoholism looks like. Do you know what's wrong with you? Those are two of the most powerful ones I've done. And I'm doing a webinar right now that goes into great detail and talks about it so you can understand what the person is dealing with and why they keep relapsing. That should be out soon, okay? Like within a week. And that will really help you understand what's going on, but it's not personal. The most loving thing you can do for them and yourself is to leave the situation. If they tell you they're breaking up with you, whatever, you are not happy and they're not getting well, you can leave. Doesn't mean they're not going to get well. People get this finite thing in their head that this is it. Well, I'm here to tell you, life is funny. It's long, right? Things turn around. I've heard stories of people, they're going through their life and then they divorce or their spouse dies and they end up marrying their high school sweetheart. You know what I mean? God has a plan. So it doesn't mean the person's not going to get sober. It doesn't mean they're going to die. It doesn't mean that you guys aren't going to live together happily ever after later. Or you won't. Or you'll end up going to their wedding, right? Who knows? Life is funny that way. So don't get so, this is it. You know what I mean? You don't know. All right? Leave some room for miracles. But the best thing you can do for them and for you is leave. That might be one of the consequences that drives them to recovery. Not that that's what you're trying to do, but it might turn out that way. You need recovery. You need to go to Al-Anon. I was so happy this woman that just contacted me said she's been going to Al-Anon for a few months now, like 3 or 4 times a week. Yay, do that. Keep doing that. You need support. Nobody can do this alone. You can't do Al-Anon alone. You can't do recovery alone from alcoholism, addiction. We need each other. So, even while we are on this, what is it called? Self-isolation or whatever we're all doing. Protecting ourselves from this virus, and we're social distancing and isolation. We need each other. So reach out to each other, social media, phone meetings, right? Online meetings. Thank God we have technology. Ask for help, ask for support. I'm going to have some groups. I'm going to have time with this. Maybe this is a blessing. See, I always say it's how you look at things. Maybe you're going to catch up on some reading. Maybe you're going to clean out your sock drawer, right? Maybe you're good. Maybe this isn't the worst thing that's happened to us. It's bad for a lot of people, but it's making us dig deep, right? And maybe we could pray for each other, pray for the world, pray for Italy, pray for the doctors, right? Pray for the elderly. Let's help. All right? Stay strong. I love you all. Bye.